Oh, damn. I was going to play the fucking sound effect so Grant could hear himself. Seabass, just real quick, in, like, succession, can you say some of the catchphrases so I can, like, put them on the soundboard? Like, I'm just going to clip them, like, never.
No, that's cringe. I can't, like, say it just out of nowhere.
You got to at least get one.
That's how voice recording works.
Really?
Yeah, you're like a fucking...
It might just come up naturally. I do.
Never. I'm going to forget to fucking where that is. In the first episode, there was a bunch of shit you said, like, Nina, and I couldn't fucking find that.
Yeah. Got a little piece of dirt in my shit.
Dirt, nigga.
It's not dirt.
We're good.
Grow up.
Okay.
He's eating handfuls of sand.
Good.
Nice. How was shooting?
It was lit.
Where'd you guys go?
That suppressor's fire.
We went out into the
You have a
full
suppressor?
Yeah.
Since when?
You didn't know?
I thought that they didn't give it to you.
I just picked it up recently. I shot it for the first time, like,
Oh, shit, are
a
we
week
live?
ago.
Yeah.
Oh.
Fucking... Is it true what they say about suppressors? Like, it makes it completely quiet so no one would ever know?
Yeah,
Like, you could-
yeah, dude, totally.
Like, if Seabass wasn't looking, like, my direction and, like, I shot you at the suppressor, he'd probably, like, turn around and be like, whoa, what happened to Jake? Dude.
That shit, Seabass took a video of me shooting, like, normal rounds through the AK with it on, like 5 rounds, and then I switched to the subsonics, which go slower than the speed of sound, so it doesn't have that, like, snap.
Yeah.
And, like, that shit literally was so fucking quiet. But it's, like, just quiet enough that you can shoot it without hearing protection, but it's still fucking loud.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, I always, like,
Turned it into a bolt action, though.
Nice.
It wouldn't cycle those.
Yeah, that was foul.
fucking, I always thought from Call of Duty, like, on the missions where it'd be, like, you're rolling up on niggas with a suppressed gun and you, like, shoot a nigga and, like, there's someone, like, 5 feet away and they don't
Does
hear it.
not fucking have a clue.
Yeah. Dude, there's a stealth mission on the new Modern Warfare. God damn, nigga, you were sweating like fuck.
Oh, yeah, that's just me being alive.
Nice. Guido.
Yeah, you know how the Jake sweats it.
Oh, yeah, I've been fucking...
Did you play that campaign?
I've already played, like, 6 missions.
Yeah, I finished it. It was sick.
Really? Dude,
Yeah.
literally,
I'm not
like...
a campaign guy.
The second mission, I was already like, okay, I can guess what the fuck is gonna happen, and I was like,
Really?
because like, okay, so this is what I think is gonna happen, because it was like, there's a U.S. missile, like a ballistic missile that they had over in Iran, and they're like, they found it, and they told like the people higher up in the CIA, and like Shepard was one of the people to know, and some other bitch, and she was like, if they fucking like go through it and find out all the stuff, like we can find out exactly everybody who's breathed on. He's like, no, destroy it. And so I'm like, okay, well, I already know now this is the nigga that's fucking selling them.
Wow.
Is that true?
I ain't gonna say none.
Spoil it.
No, you gotta finish it, because you get a hella nice M4 blueprint for multiplayer.
Really?
If you finish the campaign. Yeah.
I'm still going to finish it, but...
Yeah, it's sick. I just was shocked that, like, how realistic that... It looked like a movie. I don't know, like, if
like
you...
the cutscenes?
Yeah, I don't know if you have, like, a super nice monitor, or, like...
It's alright.
But, like, that shit, like, their characters look like real people. Like, it's so realistic.
Dude, I like the that part where they're in Amsterdam and, like, they had the CIA shit where they're, like, stabbing niggas and they're just passing out.
Is that when it's her, it's the girl and you, and she, like, has you go in the alley with the decoy, the decoy grenade? Yeah, that one's sick.
Do you not play campaigns for COD or just, like, none?
Really, I'm not a campaign guy. I mean, I played it. The last campaign I probably played was Battlefield 4.
What about, like, GTA?
Nope, never played it.
Damn. Dude.
I was a little, when GTA came out, right, I was in the 8th grade, and I was on a Washington, D.C. trip, and so I couldn't buy it because, you know, I wasn't of age, and they give you the whole spiel to your parents, but I wanted to get it. It came out, you know what I'm saying? Like, my parents gave me a little money for fucking traveling and stuff, so I was like, bet. So, like, I'm going up to people at this mall, right, and, like, just asking them, like, I'll give you $20 if you go and buy it. Like, a couple people deny me. Finally, I get to this one old, like, Russian guy. I was like, I'll give you $20 if you go and buy this game from me. He's like, okay. We go in, and the guy's like, he tells him the whole spiel. He goes, I want to buy this for my son. And then he just, like, he's just trying to, like, play it. We're joking around. He buys me the game. I'm peeking. I'm just talking to the guy. I'm up in Washington, D.C. I'm across the country. I'm just talking, you know, we're just talking. I'm like, thank you. I was like, I've been wanting to play, like, this is, like, the game that's coming out. You know what I'm saying? And he goes, oh, yeah, where are you from? I'm like, oh, we're from California. We're just visiting. He goes, oh, I'm from California, too. He goes, I'm from Stockton.
Oh, no
He was
way.
from Stockton.
What did you say? Were you like,
I
we're from Stockton?
I was like, I'm from Stockton too. Like, I can't believe this. What are the odds? Like
He wasn't on the trip with you guys?
No,
Oh.
it was a random guy at the mall.
I thought you were going to say he was going to be like, all right, now get on the floor and put your hands behind your back like a fucking a sting for Grant.
No, but he was
Yo,
from
ask a
Stockton.
stone in
What are the
jail.
odds? Like, this random guy across the country, like, and like the only guy who said yes too.
You'll be
Damn,
running
that's
into
crazy.
Stockton motherfuckers
He probably looked
everywhere,
at you
I swear
and-
to God.
He probably looked at you and was like, I could help him. He looked like from Stockton.
Dude, I was imagining that you're going to be like, oh, yeah, you're from Stockton too? Who are your parents? And then him being like, oh, I know your parents. I'm going to tell them that you're trying to get this fucking game.
No, and no, my parents didn't care.
Really? But it was just like,
Yeah, I
they
couldn't
weren't going
buy
to buy
it.
it for you.
Huh? No, they would have, but I wanted to get it in DC. Like, fuck it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I have money. I'm like 8th grade. I don't have a job or nothing. Like, I had money to buy the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, why wouldn't I fucking?
I wasn't allowed to play that game. I've never played it still.
I could tell.
Dude,
Yeah, I wasn't allowed.
fucking... The only way I got my hands on it is because my brother got kicked out of the house, and then he left his Xbox with GTA in it, and I was like,
That's fire.
score.
Nice.
Yeah, I never got to experience that like 15-year-old first virtual blowjob by a hooker.
Dude, it's pretty crazy.
I wish I could have fucking really experienced that,
That shit definitely hitted.
or like maybe hitting that car in the casino for the first time ever, just peeking.
That was like way later. That was like after we were out of high school that
Oh,
they started
really?
out in the casino
Oh, yeah.
and shit.
I just be watching. Used to watch Nick play that shit sometimes because he plays fucking blackjack on there.
It's practicing.
Dude, yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah,
Nick is
funny.
one of the best blackjack players I've ever seen. Like one night we were sitting there at playing. What was that website called? Fucking
like
Stake.
roulette or steak.
Or yeah, one of those. And Nick was like, oh yeah, put $30 down and like I'll win money.
You don't know the half of it, dude. One time when we were back at Highlands, right? Jacob Cops. What are you doing?
Just making sure things recording.
Yeah, but Jacob Cops like these fake bars off this fucking guy Austin, and so they're taking hella bar for like a couple days. Like they were fucking out of it, right? And I was like, dude, I was like looking at this shit. I'm like, bro, this shit has flakes in it. And Jacob's like, nah, bro, like Austin's hella cool, bro. He would never do that. Like this random drug dealer you fucking met one time, but he they were taking little bars, and one time we go to the casino, right? Or no, we're hella barred out, right? And we're at the house, and I fall asleep hella early, and Jacob and Nick took the keys out of my pocket, and they stole my car, right? They stole my car, and they don't even remember it. And they stole my car, and
Yeah,
they go to the pepper mill, right? And they fucking. Like I wake up, it's like 11:35, like the next day, and Jacob comes in like pissed, and he's like, "Fuck," goes fucking me and Nick got in a fight. I don't know, like I haven't seen him in hours. Like I wanted to leave, bro. Like I was like, "What do you mean? Where were you guys at?" Like, "Oh, we were at the casino," and I was like, "What?" He goes, "Yeah, we've been up all night. Like we haven't slept."
Did you know at this point that it was with your car that they
No, I
went?
had no idea. And I was like, for sure, I'm gonna go cop Wendy's, head out of here. And then I'm like, I fucking reach for my keys. And I'm like, you're like, no, I was like, where's my keys? I go back to where I fell asleep. I fell asleep on the foot of Jacob's bed, and then I'm like looking all over the place. I'm like, Jacob, check your fanny pack. You got my keys. He's like, huh? Like, what do you mean? Like, dude, you were taking bars, you stuffed shit in your fucking fanny pack. I know you have my keys. Opens his wallet. Yeah, my keys were in there. And I was like, yeah, bet, okay. I was like, thank you. I just fucking knew that. Jacob always puts shit in his fanny pack. I go out, my car's gone. And I'm like,
Dude,
Jacob?
where's my
I was
car?
like, yeah, dude, where's my car? And he was like, huh? I don't know, bro. And I was like, what do you mean you don't know? My keys were in your fucking fanny pack. Where's my fucking car? And he's like, oh shit. Yo, me and Nick took that shit last night.
Oh my God.
I was like, to where? Dude, I forgot. I took a Uber home. I don't know, bruh. It's gotta be at the pepper mill. And, no, wait, we were at the Atlantis. And okay, fuck, we'll go to both. They're real close to each other. They're like a mile away from each other. Mm-hmm. And, I pull up. We're pulling up to Peppermill, the spot we always park at, right? Like, we park right like by this like stupid statue. There's always hella parking. It's right by an entrance. It's not there, so I'm like, fuck. We're driving around the place. We don't see it. Like at this point, like I'm like, what the fuck? I was like, dude, what the fuck are we gonna do? And Jacob's car didn't work, so we were in car with Truex and like Tuner. And then like during the shit, like, okay, go to the Atlantis, right? We go to the Atlantis. Same thing. Nothing's there. We don't see my car. We're clicking that shit. It's gone. And then I get a Snapchat from Jacob, and he's still half barred out from the fucking night before, and he hasn't slept a wink. He goes, bruh, like, my friend lost his car, LMAO. I'm like, Jacob, what the fuck is this? And he's like, that was a different friend. I'm like, you fucking asshole, where's my fucking car? And then we're like, dude, I'm fucking pissed. And I'm thinking, wait a minute, where the fuck is Nick? So we go into Peppermill again. We go to the place, the blackjack tables. We're like, you seen a guy in a red 49ers hoodie? I'm like, no, we haven't seen him. I'm like, okay, we're calling him and shit. His phone's dead, right? Or so we thought. We didn't know, like he wasn't answering his phone or anything. It was going dead. And we're like, okay, what the fuck's going on? I had a Zoom meeting with like a counselor, right? So I'm like, okay, True, take me home. Do that shit, right? And like the whole time, I'm like, what the fuck? Where's this man Nick at? Like, he should have been at the Peppermill. And then like what the fuck? And then I finish my Zoom meeting. I get back in the car. I pick up Jacob, and like we're going, and Jacob's still like the whole fucking time
zombified.
Yeah. And then like we go into the Peppermill again. We're looking all over the place, and we can't find him. And we didn't know we were at Atlantis because Jacob was like, "Oh wait, I didn't end up going to Atlantis." Right, like I was like, what? Then why are we here? So we weren't even checking Atlantis, and I called security at Atlantis, and I called security at Peppermill. They had no idea where he was, and so we're in the Peppermill, and we're kind of just like, fuck. We're like sitting by these slot machines, and Jacob out of nowhere pulls out a wood, and we're like, what? He's like, you can smoke in casinos, and we're smoking this fucking wood. We're just hitting, like, I'm like, whatever. And I'm just hitting that shit in there. Bro, we're hitting that shit. It fucking reeks. Dude, like, people weren't even smoking, like, cigarettes in there enough to, like, hide that shit. And fucking security comes, and they're like, what is that? Is like, what are you smoking? Jacob's like, a cigar? And they're like, really? Because it smells like marijuana. I'm like, he's like, well, it's not. And he goes, hold on a sec right here. So me and Jacob are fucking going in on it while they're gone. And then, like, it's basically a roach. He leaves it in an ashtray. Like, hey, yeah, so we think that's marijuana, and we got a guy. Jacob's like, fuck you, I don't even smoke weed. They, like, escort us out, and I'm already, like, fucking paranoid, because I can't find Nick. I don't know what's going on, and I'm like, I still don't have my fucking car. And so I'm like, oh my God. I was like, Jacob, you're a fucking retard, bro. What do you, like, what? He's like, bro, I don't even know. All I remember is Nick and me, like, got in a fight or something, or I don't know. He was pissing me off. And, like, usually when, like, they go to the casino and Jacob says that, it means Nick was winning and Jacob was losing. He wanted to leave. And so I'm like, fuck. Finally, Tuna and them, like, went back to, like, were, like, in the parking lot, and they were clicking the panic button for a minute, and they heard it. And Jacob parked in some illegal parking zone, hella far away from the Peppermill, like a good walk. Like, I don't know how I didn't get towed or, like, a ticket or nothing. Like, I was like, what the fuck? It was the most random, like, not even in the parking lot. And so I was like, oh, whatever, dude. I was like, whatever. Like, I got my car. I'm like, I'm fucking figuring that shit out. And then I'm like, we're driving and shit. I think we're, like, getting food. We keep trying to call Nick. Nothing's going on. Like, they probably took Jacob's probably passing that shit like candy. And so I fucking go back to we're going back, and I'm like, let's check the Atlantis, right? but like that's like a mile, like a little over a mile, like walk from Peppermill and shit. And like Jacob was saying that he didn't want to go to Atlantis and he wanted to go home. And so like, oh, maybe Nick's there. We finally get to the fucking blackjack tables, and Nick is pounding on the table. He's like, fuck, shut up, fuck. Like actually like a fucking ape. Like, I'm not even kidding. We get to Nick, we're like, Nick, like, where have you been? We haven't fucking seen you in like 14 hours. We've been looking for you. You know, don't fucking worry about it. We see his chips. He had like $1,500 sitting on the table. Like, in chips. And they're getting pissed at him too, right?
Because
like,
he's probably fucking being ignorant when he's winning.
Screaming and stuff. He goes, and my fucking phone! I lost my fucking phone! I think someone stole my fucking phone! Like, sir, if we have to ask you to yell, if we have to ask you to stop yelling, like, for the like final time, we're gonna escort you out of here in a minute. He's like, oh, fucking Bill guy, fuck. And so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go to the front desk and like try to ask for his phone. Hey, he lost his phone. It's a red iPhone. He goes, 49ers hoodie. Yeah, he's come up here like 6 different times tonight, and he doesn't remember every time. So we're like, okay. And so I like, what the fuck? Finally, Nick, I'm like, Nick, let's go. He went back down to like 1,300. Like, Nick, let's go. And he's like, no, my fucking phone, dude, my fucking phone, how the fuck is this gonna fuck? And like, all this shit, like, he's just going in on his phone, like, I'm like, dude, he's not even coherent, like, he's like so out of it, like, he's gone. And like, they're like, okay, you're gonna have to leave. He's like, I don't fucking care, I don't fucking want to play this shit anymore, fuck you. And we get out, like, Nick doesn't even cash out his chips, he just takes them back with him. Like, he can go back later, but yeah. And then we walk out, like, he's just like, dude, my fucking phone. And like, look at all this fucking shit though. Like, dude, and I'm like, yeah, you're probably gonna have to buy a new phone with that. And he's like, yeah, whatever, bro. I can't believe somebody must have stole it. Probably fucking this guy next to me, bro. Like, I had that shit on me, bro. Fuck that guy. I was like, all right. As soon as he gets in the seat of my car, he immediately passes out. Like, it was like, as soon as he tilted his head back, he was out. Like, he was so fucking, like, drained or whatever. And, like, Jacob was too. Like, Jacob was fucking passed out too, like, a little into the trip. Like, just like the probably 13-minute drive home. Dude, we get, like, I fucking take Nick back and Jacob back. And, like, Nick goes up, he's fine. He fucking trudges up there as soon as we get there. Like, I wake him up. Jacob, like, is done. Like, he can't get up. He's drooling all over himself. Like, I don't know what an OD looks like, but like I know it's like he's foaming at the mouth or something, but he was damn near, like, he was shaking. He was going like this. And I'm like, bro, like, Jacob, are you good? You good? And he's like, dude, like, what? What's going on? Like he's hella cold or something. I'm like, all right, I fucking, like, use all my strength, like, drag him out of the car. He's like leaning all over my car, and, like, put him on my shit, and I'm like, come on, like, grab onto the rail. He's like, ugh. I swear to God, we were about to get, like, we were both like I was about to be a paraplegic falling down these stairs going up to Talis. Like, I'm getting his ass up there. Finally, I get him up, like, it was like the biggest feat of strength I ever had, and then I fucking throw him on the couch, and he's just on there like, I'm like, bro, what do I do? Like, I was getting ready to, like I get the blanket, like, I stuff some pillows, like, put him on his side so he doesn't, like, throw up or nothing, and like he just passed out for like 6 hours, like, but it was like, dude, I was fucking scary. Like, I can't believe, like, dude, I was mostly worried about Nick. We couldn't find him, like, for hella long. And he was so fucking, but, like, it's crazy.
Those fucking vodka Red Bulls he was ordering probably kept him alive.
Yeah, probably.
Dude. They counteracted the Fent Xans.
Yeah.
Dude, these niggas are taking fake Xanax. They almost ended up like Jacob was going to be Lil Peep sitting in the back of the bus doing press-ups and sit-ups.
Do you remember when I came home? I came home from Liza's house, like, from that weekend, and I came to Talis, and I'm knocking on the door, and I'm like, hello? And then you were in the living room.
I was in the Zoom meeting.
You come in. Like, oh, my friend's here. You're like all happy, and then you see me.
I thought it was Nick.
Yeah, he sees me. He's like, what the fuck? And I'm like,
because I was in the Zoom meeting.
I'm like, what? I've been gone for like a week at this girl's house I was staying with. And then he's like, oh, fuck. And I'm like, what the
we were looking
fuck?
for Nick. I was like,
He goes, where's Nick? And I'm like, I don't fucking know. I just got back. And he's like, fuck. Now, I had no idea that shit had went on.
Yeah, I remember I was in the Zoom meeting with that
no
counselor.
fucking clue.
Jesus Christ, dude. You guys have so many hangover nights. Like, it's just basically another part to the movie, The Hangover. Fucking, that sounds like Joe. I'm gonna have to edit that out. That sounds like neighbor Joe fucking getting drunk and passing out outside of a Baja's and then just waking up in a hospital bed. Dude, I had a friend back in Thomasville that would get so hammered. He would get absolutely blackout and just like give people his things and just go pass out in areas. Like, I guess the night that like Call of Duty Ghost came out or something, fucking, he went to Tallahassee.
Midnight.
That nigga went to go to like get it in Tallahassee. There was like 2 niggas that were his roommate that went to go get it in Tallahassee because there wasn't like a GameStop in Thomasville, and they're like, that looks like Joe's car. That looks like Joe's car. And they're like, whoa, like, because it was in a ditch with like the door open, and they're like, that looks like Joe's car. And then they see like a dude pass out in the ditch like 15 feet away, and they're like, that looks like Joe. And they're like, I think that is Joe. And they go up, and this nigga is passed out in a ditch. And they're just like, what the fuck is like wrong with you? And like got him back, and I guess someone else drove his car. But that nigga got lucky so many times and almost got deported back just for being an insane drunk nigga.
Where?
Oh, what race
Back
was
to
he?
England.
Oh.
Because they were out, like, most of the people that were at my college were like international students, but like they weren't like living in America permanently. They would just get a college visa.
Yeah.
And then like if they tried to stay, then they had to either marry someone or like fucking get a job that proves that they need to stay here.
When I was in San Diego a couple weekends ago, visiting Guy, we're at this bar and like we're waiting in line, and there's like these 2 British kids like behind me, and so I started talking to them. They played rugby in not Britain, but in England, and they both got hurt, I guess, and their coach was just like, all right, they called it a holiday. They were like, yeah, we're on holiday. And he was like, we're hurt, we can't play, so we have like the month off.
They call weekends like holidays.
No, they meant like vacation.
Yeah, well, I'm on holiday.
Vacation is a holiday.
So he's like, yeah, we're hurt, we have a month off. He's like, we're just traveling around the States. So they went to like Miami and then like New York, and then they said that they went to Vegas, and then they were in San Diego, I guess, for...
That's a good couple of cities to fucking hit if you're coming to America.
But we were talking about like soccer and shit. I think they were Tottenham fans.
Ew.
Yeah,
Dude.
that shit was funny as fuck.
my fucking my German landlord when I lived in Germany, their family the one time that they visited America went to Arkansas. It's like,
Why?
I have no idea.
They wanted to go pay a visit to Bill Clinton.
You know, I just thought
I
of
had no idea where to go. I guess.
back when I was in high school in Stockton. One day, like hella randomly, it was just like me, my mom, and my sister at home. I don't know where my dad was, but these people knock. It was a couple, like this girl and this guy, knock on our door, and they're in like a fucking, not a U-Haul, but like a rental car, like you could tell. And they knock on our door, and we open it, and they go like, I can't even do like a good like accent, but they say Claude, like my dad's name, and we're like, what the fuck, like what are you talking about? And we were just like, I don't know, like what the fuck? And then they handed us this letter, and then they just left, and we're like, the fuck? And we like opened the letter, and it's a whole like page of Basque, and we were like, the fuck?
Does your dad speak
And
Basque?
No, not at all. So my dad came home, like we gave it to him. He like sent it to one of like his family members or like his links in France that speaks English and Basque, because a lot of them just speak Basque, so it's like hard to talk. And he got it deciphered. Basically, these people were like some cousins of ours, some orthodogs, and they fucking came to Stockton, to the States, and fucking came to our house, found our house, like
And
on
then
the
they just
internet.
said, Claude.
Yeah, they were trying to just like talk to my dad. I don't know. Like it was the
They
weird.
didn't stay and hang out?
Fuck no. We had no idea who they were. They didn't speak. They barely spoke English. Like I could barely
They didn't
understand.
try to explain it to you?
No, because they tried for like a little bit, and we were just like, I don't know. And we were like, Claude's not here. And then they were like saying like orthiog, like, but in like a weird, you know, it's a
Orthiog
Basque
or something.
accent. So we were just like, what? It was weird as fuck. I don't know why they were there.
Well,
how
you guys
they
are kind of
fucking found
stupid
us.
for not realizing, though.
But no, we kind of knew, but we were just like, what? But they found our house on the internet. I thought that was fucking nuts.
What would you have done, Grant?
So all the people
What
they
would
came
you
to
have done?
fucking stalk
I would have called my
in
dad.
the States.
I would have called my dad immediately or FaceTimed him. Be like, these people are looking for you, and they got like a Basque accent, like.
But he said he didn't recognize that it was Basque, though. Or
No,
did you?
I've never heard like real Basque. My mom, my grandma, like when she was mad, would throw in like little words, and she had a real heavy accent, but she always spoke English. So I've never really heard like Basque.
I was going to ask. I wonder what it sounds like. If it's more like Spanish or French.
It's totally different. It's,
totally
its own
different.
language.
Really, it's weird.
It's its own
Yeah.
language.
Do
It's
they
not
speak
even
it in like
close.
both the Basque
not
area of
even-
Spain and of France? Oh shit! I thought they
It's
had
not
their
even in
own.
like the same language family.
Yeah, it's not a Romance language at all.
It's the oldest language on Earth, I think. I'm pretty sure
No,
besides like
that's
Latin.
fucking cap.
Okay, well, one of the
That's
oldest.
not even not
Yeah.
even close.
All right.
Why don't you think that it's even close? What do you think
There's
is older?
so many old like Sumerian and shit like
No one
that.
speaks Sumerian anymore, though.
No, but he's saying it's one of the oldest languages ever.
Are you saying oldest surviving or oldest ever?
Oldest surviving.
Oh well, like,
No, he
that
just
might be
checked it. No,
valid.
he just changed his shit. But
Obviously,
You
people
gave
don't
him the
speak fucking ape language anymore. Fucking caveman shit. Duh. People still speak Basque.
for some reason, I thought he was talking about like jive talk and Compton. He said ape
You
speak
should look up a video.
of what? Basque people?
Yeah. Do you want to throw that on?
Honestly.
Look up native Basque. You're gonna be like, what the fuck?
I know exactly what I'm gonna say when I hear it. That shit's like hella retarded.
What do I have of Grant
That
on
shit
there?
was crazy. I was like,
What's the red
I was
one?
like 12 though. I was like,
Oh, it was the
I was pretty fucking young.
Whenever that happened.
Yeah. My sister was like 9.
How old are you? Let me see, Grant.
Yeah, it was pretty weird.
I like that noise.
Fulcrum, come in. Yup. Jody, gang.
We should just do a reaction video to that fucking retard. Dude, I love that video of him almost fighting though. That shit was so funny.
Wait, what?
stupid ass bitch.
You never
didn't
seen
see
that Fulcrum video?
Dude,
he
they're on
gets
a
in a fight,
7-Eleven.
He like
Okay, you gotta put it on
spazzes
after
out on
this.
this weirdo.
Okay, we can definitely watch that
This
one too.
weirdo was like pissed that he was recording, and he was like, "He's fucking up your store." And he goes off on him.
Thank you.
Have you ever played that game, I Am Bread?
No, but I watched.
It's like the
YouTubers play
hardest-
it.
Oh, that shit's so fun.
I know, it's like the hardest, most aggravating
Okay.
game ever. Thank you.
I don't know if you want that.
I'll keep it tucked.
That and that one game where you're like in the fucking pot and you're like
That's what I was
swinging.
going to say. That's harder.
That shit is insane.
What?
That game where
Do you
you.
remember when fucking Angry or not Angry
Talking
Birds?
about Get
Do
Over
you remember
It.
when Flappy Bird
Yeah.
first came out? That was
Dude.
like such a flex to get like 20.
Yeah, no, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't.
You're retarded, nigga. It was like a flex to have like
90.
When it
now.
first
100
came
more.
out.
Okay, when it first came out, yeah, but after
No, that's what I'm saying. When it first BISQUE.
There's hella Basque shit in Reno for some reason. There's like Basque like monuments and stuff. It's weird.
Reno's like the third biggest Basque settling population
What's
in
the
the
first?
States.
always
The
something
Bay
like
Area.
Salt Lake. Oh, never mind.
The Bay Area, like San Francisco-ish.
Yeah, but San Francisco's so diverse that it probably gets
The
like
Basque language casually spoken. Let's go.
Eta bueno, poliki eta estilo pues
It sounds like Simlish crossed with like Spanish and like an African language.
it's like low key like Portuguese, like
yeah.
quiero
because it kind of sounds like Spanish, but I don't understand it.
Just Portuguese sounds like Simlish.
Portuguese got to be like the closest language to Spanish because I can low key understand that.
Italian's pretty fucking close.
Italian's
No,
closer,
it's definitely
I feel like.
Portuguese.
I don't know, bro. Me and Matt would have conversations back and forth.
zure etiko lagunek
Did I tell you guys the conspiracy theory about the Basque people in Atlantis?
No.
No? I'll tell you real quick. So, basically, like, no one really knows, like, the origin of, like, Basque people. Like, they're, like, a very, very old, like, group, and no one can really track down, like, where they came from, you know, like, how they started. But there's a theory that my dad's told me before about Atlantis. So, like, way back in the day, if there was an Atlantis, like, where it was, like, on the map, and it, flooded, right? Those people would have had to gone to the highest point, like, near them to get out of the flood, which is the Pyrenees Mountains, which is right on France and Spain. And that's both sides of the Pyrenees Mountains is the Basque community. That's right where Basque country is. So there's, like, a theory that maybe, like, Basque people were originally, like, the Atlantis people, and when it flooded, they had to migrate up into the hills, into the mountains, and then they settled there.
I've seen like 3 like theories of people that think that Atlantis was in different spots. One was like outside of England, one was like inside of West Africa, and then one was up by Canada. And like their theory on the Canada one was like there was like a 2-mile high ice sheet back in like the Ice Age, and that all melted whenever, I guess they don't know what happened, but something made the climate change a lot and it all melted. And that's what they think is like the Great Floods and like the...
Is this that video? The Fulcrum?
Yeah. We're just going to watch like the first little bit, not whenever he goes back to his house, but the actual interaction.
What is good, Yodi fam? Damien Luck back with another banger. I am the original Fulcrum. Fulcrum, come in.
Yodi gang.
Hey, you best believe
Honk was a
I got
paid
another
actor.
banger for y'all today. Yo, today I'm about to be pouring up inside of the 7-Eleven.
Pulling up.
Taking hits and shit, you feel me?
Alright,
Got
skip
this
this shit.
Habit, live resin,
Skip
sleepy
it.
time, mango.
Oh my god, I've never even seen that Faygo before.
Drop a comment down below.
That thing looks nuts.
I'm not a Faygo guy. It's too
Faygo.
sweet, man.
Dude, when those bitches came
Because
out,
you went to Lincoln.
we'd go to David's and get a slice, and then we go to that Parkwoods Liquors and get a
The
Faygo.
most Lincoln thing I ever
And that
heard.
shit was like the greatest lunch ever.
But Fulcrum, come in. Yodi gang, you feel me? You best believe it, goddammit.
That bitch is like, what the fuck?
Alright, Yodi fam, so I'm out here in the 7-Eleven.
The heavy hitters hoodie.
So what we need to do, you feel me? I gotta get 2
Double cup. The double paper cup, bruh. Fucking dumbass.
Look, you see he flipped him off?
All that shit.
That was the starting of the antagonization.
What the fuck do they call that shit right there, bro?
He hasn't even drank it and he's high as fuck.
What
do you call that, a
popsicle? Live resin strain
I thought he was thinking about like the specific name of the popsicle.
The bombsicles.
Yeah.
Cheers, my friend.
This shit smells like weed.
Peep the guy in the corner on the right.
With the fucking bat?
No,
With
it's
the-
a,
it's a
it's
scooter.
a razor scooter over his shoulder.
What a tool.
Fulcrum, come in. Yodi gang, you feel me?
I'm not allowed
Homeboy
to
hated on
pull
the
up.
Oh,
Yodi Land, I was shook. Homie was eating.
Pour that whole shit up. Let me get some ice real quick. Alright, Yodi gang, so I poured the whole 100 milligrams in the firework Faygo, you feel me? And I just put some ice right here, you feel me? I'm about to pour this shit up.
This thing is so dumb.
like
The double paper cup kills me.
Bro, we used to put that cannellini in a fucking...
Hell yeah, bro. What you gaining out of that one? Some common courtesy. Hell yeah, bro.
Dude's a
I'm just
freak.
pouring up, you feel me? 7-Eleven. What's going on? You buying any of that? Get out my fucking face, bro. Yeah? Get out my fucking face, bro. Bro, you better not do shit. Get on camera, man. Get the fuck out of my face, bro. No, I said get the fuck out of my face, dog. 911. Just come back on me. talking to me. I'm not even talking to you, bro. I'm not even talking to you, and you come up and you start filming me, bro.
He's making a video trying to trash this place up.
I'm not trashing this place up, you little goofy ass, little fucking autistic ass motherfucking goofy ass motherfucker.
For sure, he would have slang that.
That would have been so funny.
You got a micro
Smoke
USB?
shop right now. What the fuck are you talking about, bro? I bought this from the smoke shop right now.
Is that the
I'll pay for
PS5
this shit.
thing?
I'll pay for this shit. I know home.
Type C?
Probably. Not Type C.
No.
Old one.
I don't know you. I don't know you, bro.
I see one right there.
I don't know you, goofy. Get the fuck out
Where?
of my face. Get out here now.
Dangling right there.
That's the input thing for the camera, but if you want to try it, you can.
Oh, goofy ass motherfucker, bro.
That's the thing for inputting shit on the camera. That's not going to work for that.
Sick motherfucker.
I'm waiting for them. Oh, wait.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
He really bout that. Fulcrum really with the shit.
With what shit?
Bro, what? He pressed him. Usually, I thought he would have just been like, I don't know.
That nigga was literally fucking retarded. Do you need it that bad right now, Grant?
Oh, I was just going to put it on charge.
You feel me?
Need I say more?
Need I say more?
Dude. That guy is a fucking idiot.
I think it's funny though. Like we used to just watch him as like a meme. We were like, "What the fuck
Yeah,
is
we
this?"
unironically
And then
watch that guy
now we like really watch it.
You guys are the only ones that watch that shit.
Honestly, he's saving YouTube, to be honest.
Facts.
How?
Huh?
How?
He's not, bro. He's just... There's nothing to watch. We watch this fucking tool every fucking week.
True. There's not... YouTube started banning
YouTube
niggas,
sucks.
and now fucking... Yeah, it really does suck. And my algorithm really sucks, is the issue.
My algorithm's awful.
I don't even know how to change that shit. Like, I wish I could just, like, restart it, but then I'll watch, like, 2 videos, and it'll just be like, alright, well, this
Yeah,
guy
now you,
only
like,
likes...
Fucked it up
I
again.
like sharks.
Hey, you
Yeah.
want to hear something weird that I learned in class? So I'm in like this marketing class that's mainly about like online advertising and like how to like attract like customers like through like online ads and stuff and like videos or whatever. So my teacher said that Google got in a lawsuit, or maybe YouTube, because of their algorithm. Like when you watch something, it'll show like recommended and like pop up more, because there was like this ISIS killing in like France or something. They went in this fucking coffee shop and like shot up all these fucking people, and like 80% of those people in that ISIS group were American. And they all like found out that they were watching like all these crazy like ISIS like videos and shit
And it
on
radicalized
YouTube,
them.
on YouTube, and then the algorithm kept showing them a bunch of shit, and then that's all they fucking watched.
You have
and
to be
then
so stupid, though, to
so
fall
they
for an
fucking
ISIS video.
sued. They like we're in a lawsuit about that because of their.
Who was
fucking-
suing? Like, the people that did it? Or, like...
I don't know. He just said that they were in a lawsuit because of how they keep showing you similar shit.
Dude, it's crazier than that. There's a dude named Jamal Khashoggi that was like some French cartoonist.
Yeah,
And that-
Khashoggi.
Yeah,
right?
that dude was like in Turkey, and like a group of ISIS dudes went up and like raped him. Fucking like they snuck up on him whenever he was going in an embassy and like raped him and like beat the shit out of him and like fucking cut him up and like desecrated the fuck out of his body. And they're like, yeah, we did that because he drew Muhammad.
That's what Phil Mickelson said.
What?
That's why Phil Mickelson got canceled in
Phil
golf.
Mickelson, isn't that the golf dude?
Yeah. Do you know about the Saudi Golf League?
Yeah.
So, like, they were asking him, like, if he was going to do that. And he was like, fuck no, why would I do that? Like, the Saudis are awful people. They behead people. They don't let women drive. They're fucking crazy. They kill people. He goes, they killed Khashoggi.
Yeah.
Like, said a bunch of crazy shit about the Saudis, and then he got canceled.
Man, that's fucking crazy. You really
now-
just say what the fuck happened and
And now
people
he
are like,
plays
that's
on
not
that
cool.
tour.
Well, like the thing is, like, it seems like a good idea because it like pays way more than everything else.
It does, but it's like,
You get like a signing bonus, like even
well, it's
like
salary.
it's salary.
Yeah, so like in the PGA, like you play a tournament, like
Yeah, and you'd have to win your money from
place
there.
to get certain money, right? It's not just given to you. These guys that signed contracts with, it's called Live. I mean, like they could finish dead last in every tournament they play in, and they're still going to get their $5 million a year.
Dude, and
And they only play 54 holes, and it's foul because they have so much buying power. They're taking like so many PGA guys, and then now like if you put a PGA event on the weekend, that's like not a major, just like a normal tournament. Like you don't even want to watch it anymore.
Do you watch golf though? Like even as a golfer?
I used to watch every weekend usually,
Really?
but like now, like why the fuck would I watch PGA and all these fucking idiots are on there? Because all the guys that I like and all the good guys got a shit ton of money from this league, and now they all play over there. But I'm not gonna watch that shit because I don't really
Support that.
I don't support that shit, honestly.
Yeah, if I was a golf guy, I would watch it though. Well, it's like the Super League with all like the
Exactly.
because like I remember whenever that was gonna happen, like everyone was pissed, and I was like, I mean, like I don't really want it to happen, and I was pissed that fucking Chelsea was one of the teams that actually went in that. But I was like, I mean, I will probably watch because like if the Chelsea's playing entertaining teams, like
Yeah.
that's just gonna be
It
more
was just-
fun.
I don't know how like controversial that soccer league was, but the Live Tour was really controversial just because it was backed and like funded by Saudi. Mm-hmm. Because I mean, you know, they have a fuck ton of money and they bought fucking Newcastle.
Dude, you know, fucking
Do whatever they want.
Saudi Arabia, they still do crucifixions every once in a while. Like they'll make a dude carry. Yeah,
Really?
It's not very often, but they still do it. They're the one country in the world that still hasn't said that. That's out.
Yeah, that was a little dated.
Yeah, they fucking even those monkeys over in Iraq said that was too much for them. They just throw rocks at people until they're dead.
Based.
Dude, fucking the new Call of Duty. Is it like going to be mainly in America, or is it going to be in like the Middle East and shit?
The new COD? The
Yeah.
campaign?
Yeah, because it like started out in the Middle East and then now it's like
all over.
really.
Yeah, that's one thing. It was just kind of hard to follow because it was like there's a couple like different countries involved, and you're always like in different spots with like different like soldiers with like different uniforms and like different like transportation.
Dude, there was the mission where you're like the Mexican niggas and like you're running through like the shit trying to catch whatever the fuck that guy's name is, Hassan. And then fucking they like run into a house and they're like, just tell us where the guy went. And then the dude tries to pull out a gun and so you shoot the
where
guy.
you get interrogated?
No, it's not even him getting interrogated. It's like they're chasing
you haven't
him.
got
and-
that far?
No. This is like one of the third or fourth mission. And they're just like chasing the guy to like try and stop him from crossing the border.
I don't remember that one.
I'm like, you did not play the campaign.
Yes, I did. I played the whole thing.
Cap.
No, I saw him play it.
Nah, Cap. Also.
Okay. I got the blueprint to prove it.
Dude, they fucking tricked me. I thought Warzone was going to come out in at the same time as the game.
2.
Warzone 2. Yeah, I thought that was going to come out with the fucking game. But that shit is
Yes, bro.
apparently it's coming out like halfway through November.
Really?
Was it you last night that said that you didn't really like Warzone, Grant?
Not a Warzone guy. I think it should be
You're
like
just shit at COD.
I'm better than you. You're tripping. And fucking Search back in the day used to be on your knees for me, bro. What do you mean?
Bro, Tuna was shit in the bed earlier so hard. It was so funny because it was like his first time being on, but he was like going, he was going like fucking 3
He only
and 10.
knows how to play Val mediocrely. Like,
Niggas, you have to go get Plat 2 before him. Or did you get that already?
I think he's below it now. He's like Plat 1. But I just it should be like PUBG, man. You should just fuck the loadouts, like building a loadout. Like that's really stupid. Like have that shit. Like have all the guns out there.
That was Blackout.
Huh?
That was how Blackout was.
I liked that game a lot.
I liked Blackout. Everyone
just didn't like
shits
the
on me for
movement.
liking that one.
I just didn't like the movement.
I didn't even
movement
know what
was
people were
whack.
talking about when they say that. Like,
It's just like the boosting around and shit.
I don't think you did that in
Can't
Blackout.
boost in that
You could like triple slide in that game.
It was Black Ops 3, wasn't it?
Black Ops 4.
That they had Blackout?
You can move faster in Warzone than you could in Blackout.
Maybe you didn't feel
I
like
never
it.
one that game. I got second one time. I never won a Blackout.
Did you
Me
ever
either.
play PUBG?
Of course. I was one of the first people to play PUBG. One time I was in a beta for PUBG like hella early on, and we met this guy. His name was Power Spike. He was actually friends with Player Unknown, right? He got Dean and Jay and all like beta codes and shit. And like if you in the game, there's like a graffiti that's like his name and like some logo or some shit of like him, like it's one of his like friends or some shit. And I remember I pre-ordered the game. I paid like a bunch of money to get this special trench coat, right? It was like an item on like player like on PUBG, and like only a certain amount of people had it. And I remember like telling someone, I was like, this shit's gonna hit $1,000 like on the Steam Workshop.
Did it?
Huh? hang on. I was like holding it, and everyone's like, "Sell that shit, bruh. Sell that shit," because it was like going for like $60 or some shit. I was like, "Fuck no." Then one day I break my headphones. I needed new headphones, so I fucking sold it for $80. Right? Got that shit. I checked that shit like 8 months later. It was at $1,200.
God damn.
It was at $1,200.
What a fucking hell. Did you ever play the Culling?
Huh?
Did you know what the Culling was?
Wait, jog my memory. That sounds familiar.
Dude, that was like even before H1Z1 was a fucking what's it called?
That shit was hella fun too at the time.
Fucking Parker Hellman showed me that shit when we were in like 7th or 8th grade, maybe, or like maybe 9th grade, and he was like, "Oh, it's like the Hunger Games." I was like, "Oh, cool," and like,
It was hella cool about that game. Was hella arcadey, hella quick.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, you pull up on a you just pull up on a car, immediately get out. You could shotgun kill someone. You know what I'm saying? Like instantly, just get back in your car and drive off like nothing happened.
Did you play?
So funny.
Did you guys ever play The Division?
I never had PC.
That was another game. I bought the special edition for. I get sucked into this bullshit all the time. Did it for COD too. I haven't even touched the game, but I fucking bought the special edition. That game was a piece of shit. You shouldn't be. There shouldn't be like an RPG. Like it's tough to have like an RPG like that shooter because it's fucking debilitating when you're kind of a lower level than a guy and you have an MP7 or whatever gun. You're lasering his brain and it's just going off all these numbers and you're not even touching him. Like doesn't do anything. That's stupid to me.
I heard also it would be like if you didn't have an entire squad of people, then just a big squad would pull up on you and just kill you and take your shit.
The only thing that was cool about the game was like just the animation and like the gunplay, and it was like it was cool with all the guns and shit, like the grenade system and shit. But it's stupid, like lasering a guy for 10 minutes not doing anything. That's retarded. Like, why would you play that?
That fucking sucks. Dude.
I hella liked PUBG because it was the first game that I played where like it was like not the first. I mean, actually, maybe like the first like BR, I guess. But it was just like so different, and like you had to play like when it was in its prime, and like people were actually playing. They weren't bots. Like you really had to think about like what you were doing and like how you went about like going into fights. It was just like such a long like process. And it like, people say like, oh, when Fortnite first came out and you're like last dude alive and you're like shaking and you're hella nervous. Like that was me playing PUBG like every game. Dude, that shit just made me like, it was just such a different way of playing and it was so satisfying. And then I remember like, I used to watch these guys play, like I used to watch Shroud a lot when he played PUBG, and then this guy named Choco Taco still plays, but now he just like fucks around. But he was like really good and like competitive, and he played PC. But he would be in cars. He'd be driving his car, and he'd see like some guy like in the field or like people be shooting at him, and he would switch seats while get out of the driver's seat. The car's like still moving. He would lean out the car and just blick him, get back in the car and start driving. And I thought that shit was the coolest thing ever. So I like started doing that shit on Xbox, but it wasn't cross compatible back then. So like people were freaking.
Is it now?
Yeah, people were freaking out when I was leaning out the back and then hopping back in. But yeah, like the leaning and shit, that was hella fun. And then like the snipers were hella hard to find, and you had to like really adjust for bullet drop.
They're zeroing on that game too.
Yeah, dude, it was just so like. Such a refreshing game after playing fucking like Modern Warfare 3. I loved that game. I still would play that, just nobody plays and it's all bots now.
Which one? PUBG?
PUBG, yeah. I would for sure play that game still. Oh, you know what? I tried to get on the other day. It's so cringe now. They make you play 10 games with AIs. You have to play 10 games, like full games with AIs.
Someone just ate shit.
And you have to do a bunch of challenges, and like it takes like a day just before you can even play online again. But like you said, you have that trench coat. I have a couple of like Xbox original, like I have this white hoodie. It has like the Xbox logo on it. That came out. I have, God knows when. I hella miss playing that shit. Me and Trey used to play that freshman year. And even like freshman year of college, we were like, damn, I can't believe we're playing this shit again. So.
Did you guys ever play Fortnite? Like,
Of course.
Yeah,
Of course.
That's not of course, because I was
I
like,
used to post some dubs on Snapchat.
Yeah,
Everybody would
did
post that shit on Snapchat.
dude, I made a
Everyone.
point to not play that. I was like, fuck Fortnite. This is
No,
gay.
dude.
You don't understand.
When
You don't
that-
have a PC. If you had a PC, bro, that shit's a different
When that game first came out, I was, like, we were all pretty good at it. And
Ben?
I took a break from the game. I might have went on vacation or something for like a week or whatever. And when I came back was when people like were starting to find out that like
you
you
can
could
build.
build and like, like that was such a big change because like
You still can't
people-
build.
No, I know. People were just like, oh, you get shot, you place a wall, like heal. Nobody, you know what I'm saying?
Dude,
Nobody's making the
I could see
fucking
Grant
towers.
doing the fucking tower shit.
So when I came back, I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
I was pretty
And
good at that shit.
Everybody was ahead of me, so I kind of stopped playing because I was getting shit on. I didn't.
I remember I got the fucking Fortnite keyboard and like fucking like hella like set up my bindings like perfect, and I would like do 1v1s and shit.
Yeah, and I was on controller too, so like it was hard, but we play that game like we play every once in a while when we're bored. But yeah, I remember
that
like
game.
I have some.
Chapter 1, Season 7, when the planes were first introduced, was the best time in Fortnite.
So like that Renegade Raider shit. Like I have some old skins and shit from like the first season. But I have some
a
fucking
skin no one has.
I have some clips on my Xbox app that like I've recorded of like me like getting a cool kill, but like it's hella funny to like watch that shit back and look how old the game was and like how dumb that shit was, and I thought it was like the coolest thing ever.
Remember Ben gave me when the Galaxy skin.
That's from me getting snapped with the fucking gun. I got nicked or something, like it's pinched me.
No, but there was this phone that came out called like the Samsung Galaxy bullshit.
Oh, yeah,
whatever.
that skin you
and,
got.
And you had to buy the phone to get this skin, and you had to set up Fortnite on the phone and shit. I realized that, bro, they probably have that shit at like a Sprint store, right? And you can do it. So I went to this T-Mobile store, and Ben paid me $200 to fucking get him this skin. And I like went there, and it was like in this case, right, where I couldn't pull out the stylus, like the stylus was stuck. So I had to like I was in there trying to figure this out. Like I set it all the way up to like me signing into Ben's account.
With like a demo phone?
Yeah, with a demo phone. And then it was like, and you could only do this one time with the phone, one account, one per person. So nobody had done it. Nobody had thought of this shit. I fucking signed that shit in, but in the sign in thing, it was covered by the plastic that holds the phone. And so I needed a stylus, right? For like, this whole thing probably took, and it was super slow on their Wi-Fi too. I had to download the game, do all this shit. So the whole thing probably took me like 2.5 hours. And
They didn't kick you out?
No, and they
like,
kept,
what the fuck are you doing?
They kept asking me shit too. It was like they were watching football. It was two like big black guys, and they were just like,
so
"You
you
want
give a
help,
fuck.
bro? Like, you want help?" And I was just like, "Oh no, I'm just looking." And like they were just like they asked me a few times, but like after a while they stopped giving a fuck. And so I
hacking their fucking store.
I looked around the place, and I finally got to the place, and I found a stylus on like another phone. I pulled it out. I could finally press the like enter button to like enter his account information, and then you had to play a certain amount of games on it or some shit. So I had to play on there for like a minute to like get the shit, but like it worked, and he got that skin for like. Like nobody had that shit.
Fuck that, dude.
That's like the Galaxy one. It's like that guy. He's all white and like pink and purple and like reflective.
Yeah. It was like holographic.
Yeah.
That shit was kind of sick. That was like kind of the first, not the first one, but that was like one of the games that brought in like the idea of like an in-game market, and like everyone started doing it
not even
after
close.
that. What do you think was that?
CS:GO.
Oh well, fucking.
100%.
They're
CS:GO.
completely different
That's-
though, because
What do you mean?
PUBG had zero
PUBG
value.
had a store.
No, I'm talking about.
Exactly.
PUBG had a store.
No, but like a CS:GO thing, you have like the market that you go and you like can actually sell shit to other people for money. This is like a marketplace where
Just
you people
an
put money
in-game
in and get
cosmetics.
nothing out of it.
Yeah,
That's what I'm talking about. Because now, yeah, but I mean, but like you look at COD now, they have like a bunch of shit that you can buy, like fucking different guns and shit on like Warzone.
Yeah, Fortnite
We
kind of
should
started
have
that
Guy
shit.
on the podcast and ask him about all his stuff he's bought on COD.
Guy, I swear to God, every time a new thing in Modern Warfare come out, a new pack, I'd be like, oh, that's kind of cool. And then
You log into the lobby and guys got it on.
yeah, guys got it on.
Yeah. So we'd be like,
Spend
what?
like $20 a week on those shit.
Yeah.
No, he bought like Modern Warfare, not like that one a couple years ago.
2019.
He bought
Everything.
every
Everything.
like
And
skin
he never
for your
talked about it.
guns.
He never like said like I'm copping that or like he just always get it.
Every,
And we
like-
always like what? He's like what, bro? Like
Yeah, I have
Like,
it.
yeah, we'd load in the game, and then we'd be like, oh, we're going to play tonight. Like, we'd load in, we'd be like, oh, damn, look at this fucking crazy pumpkin jack-o'-lantern looking dude for Halloween. That's fucking crazy. Guy'd be like, yeah, invite me. Bloop. He's in, he's got it on.
Yeah.
And he's got the fucking AK with the pumpkin rounds. We're like,
Yeah, yeah,
what the
yeah.
fuck?
I bought the Terminator. The Terminator gives you like 3 different skins too on Warzone.
The only thing I bought was, I bought the Paris
I didn't
Legion
really-
pack.
I didn't really buy
Paris
skins
Legion's
at
an
all.
esport team. On Modern Warfare, you could buy like the optic
Yeah.
package or the phase package. You just got like a bunch of skins for your guns or like an emblem or a calling card. But I bought the Paris Legion one because it had the fleur de lis. So I used to rock.
This is
I
what
used to rock
dude,
that
I didn't
shit.
buy any skins. You know what I did is Game first came out, there was a Mountain Dew like promo code. You got this special skid if you like bought a Mountain Dew and like got a code on the back of it. So like I got this fucking it's like the Victory Royale. Do you remember? It's like the blue guy. And he says victory with a headband.
Not really.
Well, I'll show you later, but it was fucking like only you can get that shit off like the Mountain Dew shit, and like that's just the skin I
Everybody's
wore.
probably got that.
No, nobody
then,
had
those
it.
Fat
Nobody
Mountain
had
Dew
it.
drinking Fortnite players.
Nobody had it.
Dude, there's so many Fortnite.
That's like the
players that-
Apex thing with fucking Mountain Dew. I got that shit too.
Nobody knew about it.
You remember when you could get
my
double
God.
People would
XP
ask me
on
about
COD
that
for
skin
that?
all the time.
Huh?
You remember when you could get double XP on Call of Duty for like getting a Mountain Dew bottle at a certain time?
And Doritos.
Yeah, Doritos.
That's why Nick says that shit.
What?
I never knew.
What?
Nick the other night kept saying it when we were gonna hop on the New Zealand servers and play
These niggas.
the new COD hella early. Jack goes, yeah, I'm just gonna stay up all night till 4, and when it comes out, and Nick goes, yep, get your Mountain Dew and your Doritos.
Okay.
He kept saying that shit, so that's probably why.
But double XP.
Yeah.
Or because Nick is just an unhealthy fuck that was eating fucking Doritos and drinking Mountain Dew all night. Dude, but fucking... We watched him on Stake turn 30. Well, I guess that's not even a story now because fucking that nigga made $1,500. What did he do? Did he buy a new phone?
I think his parents just bought him.
The guy stole it. It was
Yeah.
in the car. You didn't tell that part.
Huh?
You didn't tell that part when he found out it was in the car in the fucking Bay Area.
What?
Oh yeah, when we tracked it, it was like in the Bay Area. Some guy stole it.
Oh, man. Then that nigga Nick was actually like, yeah, that is the guy. I thought you were going to say like, oh, yeah. And then like he got in the car and then immediately he found his phone.
You know how we always say Nina?
Yeah.
I told you why, but one time we were at the casino, we're playing fucking roulette, and me and Nick have been there for a minute. We started with 100, and we had like 3 or 4. We were fucking going crazy. And this was like during the pandemic. This fucking black dude walks up, and he's got on a Gucci mask, and it's like bedazzled. He's like got
my
the whole
God.
like true fit on. Not true acts, like the True Religion fit.
Yeah.
And he's like, yo, coming up. And we're like, yeah, this table hot gang. Like, immediately the fucking black voice turns on, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the code switch.
Yeah, for sure. And this dude's so funny. We go, what number you like, gang? Like, we're already fucking, we've been there for like 4 hours. We're fucking hammered. And he's like, shit, my cousin died on the 13th. And we're like, fuck it. We all throw money on 13. Bam, it fucking hits. And then we're like, what's next? And he's like, shit, Kobe, my boy, man, 2-4. Throw money on 24, it hits. And I don't think we hit 3 in a row. We hit 2 in a row for sure. But then we hit like, he said some other stupid shit and it fucking hit. But he kept telling the girl, the dealer, the little Asian lady, he kept going, spin that shit like you mean it. Spin that shit like you mean it. You know, like when she throws the fucking thing. We thought that shit was so funny. He was hilarious. So every time I play roulette now and I'm fucking fade, I tell that bitch, spin that shit like you mean it. That shit was hella funny. And then I kept going, we bet like black or red. I kept going, dame un negro, dame un rojo. I kept fucking screaming at her in Spanish, give me a red, give me a black. And she's like, no cussing, sir.
Dude,
And this
you'd be the
fucking
most
dude's
ignorant
like-
motherfucker to be around at the casino. Any of the Stockton niggas, you guys are menaces.
Dude, we've had
Jacob
so
smoking a
many
fucking-
Remember the fucking poker one when they hit the jackpot and you were like, I'm gonna win hella money. we were like, Grant, you're fucked.
Oh yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah, I hit a jackpot.
No, you didn't hit a jackpot.
What jackpot? What are you talking about?
When you and Jacob were playing, and that guy beat
time I
him with
hit-
kings
what-
full, and the other guy had aces full,
Yeah.
and it was a crazy jackpot. Like the fucking
Everyone got money.
sirens are going off.
Yeah, but
The guy-
when everyone wins money like that, they check your ID.
They send out W-2 forms for
Yeah.
taxes.
Yeah, and they take pictures of your ID and shit, and like 2 7-footers were like, yeah, this ID's fake.
Well, because just for being at the table, you win a little bit of money. And
Yeah.
they're all peeking because you were actually 21, Jacob wasn't, and Jacob's like,
What? What do you mean you were actually 21?
weren't you actually 21 and Jacob wasn't?
Jacob was a year older than me.
Oh, so he was actually 21 and you weren't.
Yeah,
That's why he got his
It
thing
didn't
taken.
make any sense.
That's why he got in trouble.
Why would I get?
No, yeah, no, I'm tripping because he's like, "Where's my money?" And they're like, "You're not getting the money."
But also, I'd won money at the table too. Like I was actually coming up a little bit, so I was happy. And then that guy fucking, it's bad break.
Yeah.
I was pissed.
One time too, where
I was like, can I at least take my chips? They're like, not gonna happen. I was like, pfft.
one time too, we just get to GSR, like we literally just walk in. We're walking like past the slot machines and shit, and there's like a slot machine that like nobody's sitting in, and there's like a full like vodka Cran or like vodka Red Bull, like whatever, just sitting at the thing. So Jacob walks by and just snatches it, and this fucking crackhead lady out of nowhere goes, "Hey, motherfucker, that's my drink!" And Jacob's like, "Ooh," trying to like run through the shit, and she catches up to Jacob and is pressing him, and then her boyfriend comes over, and I'm like, yeah, Jacob's gonna kill this dude, like, for sure. And like, they never like fought or anything, but Jacob like got escorted out, and we were just like, what the fuck? And then I get some random call on my phone from like some random Reno number, and I'm at the table like playing. I'm like, hello. I stand up. He's like, yeah, this is Jason with GSR head of security. He goes, yeah, your buddy Jacob kind of had a little oopsie tonight. We dropped him off a mile down the street at the Walmart. He's like, you need to go get him. And I was like, what? So they fucking took Jacob, like escorted him off the fucking property, dropped him off at Walmart. He's just standing in the
Their
parking
problem
lot.
now.
And he fucking told them to call me. So I fucking...
You were the last person I would have had them call.
I
last person.
Because I would have. This is what I would have imagined if I was me. If I was Jacob, and I say, "Oh yeah, my friend Seabass, call him." You're in the casino. The dude's gonna call you. You're gonna be like, "Nigga, what?"
I left.
Hang up.
I got him.
No, but I'm saying I would have
I wouldn't
assumed.
expect it. I'd have been like, what? He can fucking Uber. Hang that shit up.
He was probably fucking wired at that point too. So I fucking went and picked him up and took him home. I was hella mad.
Dude, that shit
was
is
so
fucking
stupid.
funny.
I didn't know they dropped him off at a Walmart.
Yeah, he was in the parking lot at Walmart. We've had some fucking... We've seen, like... They saw fucking... what's that guy's name? Not DB Bada Bag. Kai Bands. They saw Kai Bands in the casino. We saw fucking Joe Mixon in the casino
Really? Where?
in Reno.
What?
Yeah. I think it
What
was...
the fuck was Joe Mixon
I'm
doing
pretty
here?
sure it was Joe Mixon. It might have been another black running back. But I'm like 80% sure it was Joe Mixon. Yeah,
Why would it be anyone else?
Dude, I don't know. I don't even know what Joe Mixon looks like.
We've
Like,
had
if someone
some
put
crazy... Jack saw fucking...
Brian Burns.
No, we saw Brian Burns in Vegas,
Yeah.
but Jack saw Ryan Fitzpatrick in the casino.
That was in Lake Tahoe.
Yeah, that was in Tahoe.
That's more understandable. Do you guys go to the golf thing that they have every year in Tahoe to see all
I
the
usually
famous
go
people?
every year.
Dude,
Yeah.
that would be so fucking boring.
I have a signed Rogers jersey.
Really?
Yeah, one year I'm there, right, and I'm on 18, like right off the green, and everybody's like lined up on this railing to get the players that are coming off, like to get autographs and shit. And Michael Jordan is on 18, and he finishes, but he's a fucking dick. He finishes, and he doesn't walk through the crowd.
He gets a golf cart and goes around.
Goes around. So like hundreds of people like migrate like over this way to like go get him, and there's a fucking Aaron Rodgers jersey hanging over the railing. No one's around, and I'm like fucking 12, and my dad's like, go grab that shit. So I went and grabbed it and bonked that fucker, and then the next year we followed him around, and he signed it for me.
Aaron Rodgers?
Uh-huh.
Your dad told you to steal that shit?
Yeah.
Costco Claude with the low morals.
I'm gonna go.
Your
boot
dad chases people out of Costco for stealing, and you fuck.
That
Katie
was
told-
one time.
That was a one time, dude. That's all it
But
takes.
yeah, I got
That's
a
a
fucking
hypocrite.
one time. I'm at that golf tournament and I'm on the putting green during the practice round, and I'm trying to talk to Carlton. You know what I'm saying, from Fresh Prince, and he goes, hey, you see Charles over there, Charles Barkley? He goes, go tell him he owes me $100. I beat him yesterday. And I'm like, I was younger than 12 for sure. So I go over to Charles Barkley and I go, hey, Carlton said you owe him $100. You lost.
It's not his real name.
Whatever.
Doesn't matter.
He goes, yeah, he said that. He goes, why don't I just give it to you? And he gives me $100, and then fucking Carlton comes over and he's like, whoa, what the fuck? Takes the 100 from me, pulls a 5 out of his wallet, signs it, and gives it to me. I was like, bruh.
Nigga.
One time, too, I was like 8, bro. I was hella young. And I'm standing on 18, and it was that famous hockey player, not Gretzky. He's an older guy.
Fucking
He wins all the time.
Sidney
Crosby.
No, he's way older. Fish, maybe? Something.
Oh, I don't know.
Anyways, he's a super famous hockey player, old guy. And he's putting on 18. And I'm fucking waving at him, trying to get his attention. And he's on the green, and he goes like this to me. So I go underneath the fucking ropes. I run across the green while another guy's putting, another celebrity or somebody's on. I fucking run across the green, and he like gives me a hug, takes a ball, like signs it and gives it to me, and then I ran back. And then I remember we watched the footage of like the rerun, and you can see me fucking run across the green.
That
And the
would've been so
announcer's like,
funny if
look at
that guy
this
was-
little youngster.
That'd have been hilarious if that guy was like, I was not talking to you. I was talking to the hot lady next to you.
Nah, that
just sent you
tournament's
back.
hella fun, bro. I talked to Curry a little bit, like last time I went. I
When you
talked
say
to
you talked to him a
Canelo.
little bit, was it like, hey, Curry? And he's like, sup?
Bro gave me a nod. I was literally Oh, bro, I go, look at Curry, man, inspirational shit. And he looks at me and he goes, gives me a little nod.
What a
and then I told Canelo, I go, Canelo, I said, eres el chingón. And he fucking gave me a nod. Bro, you're like so close to these people like that you just see on TV. Like you would never, sometimes you're like, that nigga ain't even a real person. Like, what the fuck, he's so famous. And then he's like a foot in front of you, like a normal ass dude.
Dude, it would be crazy to see Steph, because like he always looks so small on the court, but
Yeah.
he's like fucking 6'3".
My dad, like, he did have a little talk with Alex Smith after he got traded to the Chiefs after the Niners. We were walking with him and following him. My dad just like said some fucking whatever he said, like, I'm happy we had you, bro. Like, just whatever about the Niners. That was pretty cool. I have a picture of me and Curry. I look like a fucking goober. I'm in like this tank top with these glasses, and I got fucking buck teeth. I was hella young. That's a cool ass picture. Yeah, that tournament's hella fun, bro. The boats out there, that shit's lit on 17, on the par 3 all along the water. And the tickets are hella cheap.
Really?
They're like $20 still. Like, they've been like that way for a while.
It's because no
It's
one's
a really affordable, like, crazy thing to go to.
like nobody would go if they're like, you got to pay like $200 to go.
Yeah.
The golf fans would go, but like if they
that's-
want golf fans to go and pay $200, they do that for like
that shit's
the
hella fun.
finals.
Like fucking Nick goes to Augusta. Like, dude, that shit. I didn't
That's
know
the Masters though.
Yeah, the Masters. I didn't know the tickets were that expensive.
Thousands.
Yeah, dude.
Thousands.
Fucking, they do the Masters there. What's the one they do in St. Augustine? I forgot what that one is, but that one's a nice one too, I think.
Is that Georgia?
No, that's Florida.
Oh. St. Augustine. I don't know. I know they do Tiger's course in Florida for a tournament.
What's his course? Like one that he made or like...
He designed, yeah. It's in Juniper, where he's from. I forget
Nice.
what it's called. But yeah, that tournament's hella fun. If you guys haven't been, you should go for sure.
Yeah,